How long till Metal Greymon?
Probably a while.
Is it?
Till Metal Greymon? We can check after this. I think
no, Metal's the next one, isn't
Sukamon.
it?
Oh yes, but as in, I think it's going to be a lot of levels before we reach the requirement for it.
Let's see.
Is he saying lols that didn't work?
We just got a memory up.
Is he saying lols? Is it someone's name, or did he say that because he's a dick?
No, that's actually his deceased wife, lols.
Why is he saying it when he's pissed off? Does he not understand what it means?
Probably not. This is not a particularly good translation, if you haven't noticed. There's lots of little, like, weird things.
Makes it entertaining, though.
I agree.
I appreciate it for that.
Hey, look, another girl with skin-tight clothing. How original.
Not that I'm complaining.
I never would have expected that you would grow tired of looking at sexy ladies.
I wish they would give them some tit variety, like some big, some small.
Variety.
Like, hey, one should be larger than the other.
That's fair to say. They do all have the exact same body type.
Like, I want to see some, like, fat titties spilling over the tops with the pink nipples at the sides.
Some big granny saggies,
some big saggies with blue veins. Some big areolas that reach the armpits.
At least with the blue
stuff.
veins, it looked more like a Digimon.
It's true. Digi breasts.
Go ahead, make the pun.
Digital breasts?
No, I think you're gonna say Digi-breastin.
What's that's good. You beat it.
You get out of here.
You stop stealing my jokes.
You big kidder.
Look, it's Sephi Ret. It's Sephi Baby.
He's a cool kid.
It's Baby Rock.
Are you excited for when they do Final Fantasy VII babies?
I'm looking forward to it.
Baby Sephi.
Did you see the new Final Fantasy VII thing they're putting out? That's like, it's like a weird remake of all of the games in one.
All of the games.
Where it has Final Fantasy VII, Dirge of Cerberus, Crisis Core, and Advent Children.
So I forgot about Dirge of Cerberus. Or what?
No, so the way they teased it made it seem like they were remaking all of it into like kind of a faithful remake of the original, but I swear, I guarantee it's going to be a weird, shitty mobile game that doesn't do any. It's going to go from set piece to set piece.
Didn't they make some weird announcement recently with the Final Fantasy mobile game thing?
Yeah, that was it. But like the way they marketed it, they didn't show what it's going to be. I guarantee you, it's going to be a huge disappointment. Like every other fucking thing they've done.
How actively do you still follow Final Fantasy VII?
Not, I don't.
Okay.
Since the remake, I want to just, you know, train tracks my head.
Oh, like the opening of the game.
Yes.
It would play the music as it's coming.
Yeah, I'd have someone blast the bombing mission as it comes towards me.
The camera would be rotating with you awkwardly being positioned around, trying to track the backdrop.
I don't know how apparent I've made it, but I genuinely freaking despise Tetsuya Nomura, whatever the fuck. Fuck that piece of shit.
I can understand why.
That fucking motherfucker. Ruined my favorite thing in the world.
I'm not as invested in Final Fantasy, but certainly his decisions with Kingdom Hearts are really baffling.
Belt wearing fucking scene dick face. Fuck you. Ruined it.
Holy guacamole.
All you had to do was just follow the fucking original. You have to add in, oh, I'm gonna turn on light bulbs for 2 hours. Oh, I'm gonna put Airbuster together.
Here's a light bulb for your smart guy.
Yeah, here's an idea. Fuck you!
That's a good idea.
Dick fucker.
They liked it.
Yeah, they're all cheering for you, Chris.
Yay! It's Nomura.
While the other two are terrified because they understand what you're saying.
Yeah. You're teaching the Digimon violence.
For real though, fuck him. Absolute bellend fucking dick face.
You're gonna teach your Greymon to go out.
Bellend. Dick face.
I wish Agumon would turn into a little foul mouth.
Fucking.
You listen, Chris.
What?
Would you even doubt for a second that after a day of having a Digimon, it would only be swearing after being around you?
It would swear like crazy. It would make the funniest little jokes, and it wouldn't even comprehend them.
Yeah, he would. That's what would make it funny.
He would make a comment about, why have I cut open someone's pussy?
Why would I put a hedge clipper in someone's pussy? Ty, you must hedge clip her pussy.
Okay, I can't do it.
His voice is not one you can really imitate.
I'm tired.
I know they used
Duel
that voice.
Masters.
Yeah, it's true. Duel Masters, Tokyo Pig. I forget what their name is, but they used them
about
a lot
Tokyo
at the time.
Pig.
I like the voice though. I think it's okay.
you hear that?
No.
I heard the scream.
I cracked him in the back. Ugh.
Chris,
Feels good to scream at Tetsuya Nomura, yeah?
why are you screaming at him?
Because he's a piece of shit. He went out of his way to ruin it. He really tried to ruin it. I'm not kidding.
What if you received a photo from that email address, specifically his email,
You
and-
really hurt
and
my
him,
feelings.
it's Cloud tied up with a blindfold and he's
no.
holding a gun to his head?
I'd be like, that's no different from what you've already done. You already did that.
He's dressed as a soldier. He's got a gun pointed at him.
I'd be like, you're fat and old.
Poor thing.
Keep wearing belts, dickhead. That's kind of... You know what? Might have stepped over the line there.
Should have called him dickhead, I guess.
Yeah.
Is she gonna do it? Are we getting coffee, Julian?
Oh, it might be time.
Oh. Oh! Is it?
Did I tell you guys about that Final Fantasy VII concert I went to?
No.
No.
Well, me, Tomar, Jaxie, and Veronica, we went to a Final Fantasy VII concert in LA.
Uh-huh.
And the ads for it were showing like scenes from like Crazy Motorcycle and all these other parts of the game. And I was like, oh my god, these are gonna be like new arrangements. This is gonna kick ass. And then we went and they played all of the oldest arrangements that there are. And then they padded out the rest of the orchestra with literal scenes from the game on a big screen while the orchestra sat in silence looking at it.
How weird.
Why?
Because they literally just stole a bunch of money. They scam people.
What's the southernmost district in Tokyo? I don't know this.
Apuka.
Ding dong, give me your weeb knowledge. Audience, test the answer to 69 times 10.
What was the question?
Southernmost district in Tokyo.
Maybe they should have cut this question out of the game. You know, while we're yelling at people,
Yeah, who do you want to yell at next?
I want to yell at Wild Fairy, whoever organized that concert, because you're little fucking scam artists.
Oh my god.
You took my $200 and you made me sit and watch a game I have on my computer. You
love how
absolute
much-
scumbags.
I love how much you want to indulge in Final Fantasy VII, and every time you're always
Yeah, it's
left.
every time you get burned.
Yeah, no, it's literally it's the worst. And the worst part is people were clapping at it. People were, yay, it's on screen.
That's usually how it goes.
And literally, there was a part where they were playing music while there was shit on the screen, and it was beautiful, beautiful fucking music. And then they showed the scene of Tifa slapping Scarlet. Do you remember that part on the Junior Cannon? So it's just a sea of like laughing and clapping over the music. And then they played the Chocobo theme, and then halfway through the song, it starts using a slide whistle like everybody like woo! And every time it did that, like people were like laughing at a slide whistle.
Fake fans.
The fucking idiots.
Would you never laugh at a slide whistle, Chris, ever?
It depends if it's funny or not.
What makes
If the joke is it's a slide whistle in a song, probably not.
Little old lady slips and falls on ice.
That's funny.
what makes
That's funny.
what makes it better for people who are watching this and they laugh when we say something stupid?
Probably. I don't even know what you just asked. The Digi World, it is conforming. This is like the Mario movie where the Twin Towers.
I was glad you laughed.
That was so funny. We watched Mario again, and the Twin Towers just freaking explode.
I think we met. That didn't happen.
They dissolve.
it's the same thing.
It's because you always forget it until you watch the movie again.
It's just,
And it's because someone points up and says, "Look!"
Yeah, they draw attention to it very
made a lot
dramatically.
of emphasis on it.
that movie is so fucking bizarre. I really want to know how Miyamoto saw that and was, oh
I
my
would
God.
love to have seen his reaction.
I really would like to know.
Like-
I'm wondering how much, like, I don't know, influence they had over it. If they were hoping they would, like, use certain things because of Mario World or what. Well, to the Digi Lab we go.
Off to the Digi World.
Oh, you have a friend with you, too. We haven't met this guy
Wait,
much,
what the
have we?
fuck? Who is that?
Yeah, why is he here? He's our friend from the beginning.
Yeah, he's from the beginning
Oh.
of the game. He was the guy that had the big nose avatar.
Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to do this. I just tried to do it
That's
outside.
the big nose boy?
Remember the candy head avatar, the pink one? That was the girl we were talking to.
I don't want him to follow you like a damn Digimon.
Can he just go home, please?
Yeah!
You found a mineral in that Digimon. I thought they were data.
But they're in the real world.
I guess that's true. So if a Digimon dies in the real world, do it go back to digital world? Or is it dead?
I don't know if they ever clarify that in this game.
Is it different depending on continuity?
Probably.
How do Digimon
Hello.
like what are they actual monsters or are they just data? Like what
They're supposed to be data.
okay.
If I remember correctly, they just happen to be like on an alternate reality that just happens to like be informed by the data that we create in the real world.
So they are technically like real monsters?
Yes, they're like their own living creatures in their reality.
Makes sense.
I thought they're supposed to be data though, because when they die,
Yes, that they get their data gets reformatted. It probably also depends on which continuity you're in.
I mean, they've changed it up and down.
Exactly, yeah.
That's why I'm kind of confused and asking too, because I never know. The original virtual pets were supposed to be them dying, but then they changed it into the little computer screen.
I mean, localization fucks everything up too.
It's true. I mean, it doesn't help that a lot of their names are different just because of that.
Maybe I'm a cyber sleuth.
Like the title of the game. One word.
I don't want to talk to this guy. Can you tell him to go away?
He's really funny. I don't remember if this is where his characterization comes in, but he's very try hard. He wants to be cool, and they make it into a joke. And I'm really into that.
Look at you with your big goofy smile. You don't care that reality's being warped.
His innocent Sora face.
I wish you could have made your own guy.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? To be able to like actually customize a character.
This frog is watching both of you.
He's gonna blast spit onto you. Does he shit out of that?
I don't know.
This is my shit horn.
It slides out of his tongue puckers.
That's disgusting. Then again, we have a giant shit with us anyways.
Yeah.
What's a cyber sleuth, please?
You?
What's a Digimon story? Oh.
Well, I wonder what this mysterious visual means.
Oh
Gulp.
no. Gulp?
Gulp. This is the same gulp. Great people I've gulp.
Oh no!
Cyberella, come back! That's not Cyberella, that's the Cybat.
You made me rotate in place for that?
You made me spit on my record for that! Julian, you gotta catch the audience up. What's the story so far?
There's mysterious digital things happening. We're investigating it, and oh no, look, the digital world is leaking into the real world.
Holy crap.
Do you see? There's a
all
dinosaur.
All the Digimon that are coming through have like their memories are missing.
And where does King Koopa come into all this?
He's trying to merge the dimensions. That's why Digimon are
What is
coming into the
Greymon
real
doing?
world.
He's doing the Greymon shuffle. It's a signature dance.
I love that.
Who could this mysterious man be?
Man baby?
Organization 13?
Why have they never done a Pokemon crossover?
With Digimon?
Yeah.
Because Nintendo would never allow for it.
Is that like their direct contest or whatever?
I feel like they have too much pride to want to do something like that, even if it would be fun.
It's your favorite character, James.
Oh.
Yeah, he's aged a bit.
Jesse
I mean,
left me.
it's been a few years.
He's panicked now that Jesse's dead.
Meowth killed her.
I had to do them both in.
Gave her cat scratch favor. That's so shit. He gave her toxic plasmosis. I didn't know what to do.
That's right.
I tried sucking it out of her, but I got it too. Now I'm in my last moments.
And you have to watch.
Why does that one please you so much?
He came all this way to make you watch. Why? Poor James.
Well, I guess it's no big deal.
Chris, it's not real. We made that up.
No, it's real.
That's canon.
Did you know this is a
This is
fictional
that
video
crossover
game?
that you just mentioned.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
That's the full extent of it. You have James from Pokemon, but he's dying.
The movie's called Poke Dig.
Why did that make
There's
you
like
laugh?
no effort put into it.
Poke Dig.
The poster's just like really cheap cutouts of Agumon and Pikachu.
theme
There's
songs
artifacting
together.
all over it.
They mix the theme songs together. It's like Poke Dig. Change into Pokemon.
You're just YouTube pooping.
Yes,
Nothing wrong with a nice YouTube poop.
Nothing wrong with a big shite now and then.
Are
Looks
you
like
excited for the day that entertainment is going to catch up to web culture like that? That you're going to see something like a
Oh,
YouTube poop on
God.
your television as a sitcom?
You're so right. I never thought of that. Give me your 2 cents.
I've got
do you have 2 pennies.
There's a penny in the kitchen. You keep dropping change in the bathroom.
Me?
Yeah.
there were 500 pennies in that came out of the toilet yesterday.
1 penny per fap.
It's a thing I do at my own home. I put a penny in the toilet when
I like
I
picturing
masturbate.
the penny popping out of your dick.
No, it's I have to place it down. It's like payment for letting you.
Oh, I get it.
Because the toilet watched and had to see your shame.
This rocks. I love this story. We.
So what, yeah,
Who
what
is
is
he,
he
Chris?
saying, Chris?
The red squares symbolize everything going wrong.
Well, I mean, you're not incorrect.
That's true.
The theory is that red means dread.
Red is bad.
Red bad.
Blue good.
Yeah.
But my hair red. Uh-oh.
Yes.
No. Yeah, there's your plot summary.
Why is he being evil at us?
This guy evil? Come on.
No.
We don't even know him yet.
No.
I bet he's the nicest guy in the whole game.
I think he's just eccentric.
Why can't they make a single freaking handsome, beautiful babe? Oh yeah, they did in Frozen, and everyone hated it. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
Remember
the bad guy.
Yeah. He probably would have been good if there was a little foreshadowing. Then people would have liked it more.
I think there was. I don't understand everybody being like, "Oh, it feels so arbitrary." Like he has a moment. He has like a very suspicious squint when they're talking about how the king and queen like the something about like, oh, when the princess is missing, and he goes like he does like a little.
Oh, really?
He does a little face, and I remember being like, okay, I get it. You think he's a good guy, but he's evil. And it was really weird to me that everybody took it to be.
There's also the shot where it zooms into his head and there's a thought cloud that says "Be bad guy."
And then it zooms in on his brain like Jimmy Neutron, and there's a little devil pulling levers. Oh, I love Pixar.
If anything, it's part of what made me so disappointed by how the story went, because then by the end he's like, "Mwahaha, I
Yeah.
am evil. I will say bad things to you and hurt your feelings."
Yeah, maybe he should have just been like, he's bad, but he still feels bad about being bad.
He could be bad and like not care. He could be like, "Oh yeah, I don't like this is business as usual. I take over kingdoms."
That looks like Samurai Jack is leaking in.
I could see it.
Yeah, a little bit. A coup. Were you satisfied with the ending? Of course you were satisfied with the ending.
I thought it was very well done. Nah, the only reason I watched that show is because Tom Kenny went doop 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 doop.
It was funny.
It was.
We were making that noise for a long time. I remember.
It was still really well done. It's just the ending was too quick
Yeah.
and whatever.
I mean, that's the thing with it. At least those first few episodes
we
got
were
to happen. They were
enthralled.
really, really, really good.
They were
Yes.
really nice.
It goes up and down with people, that ending, but I think everyone can agree those first few episodes were pretty fantastic. Look great too. I still need to watch more Primal. I've only seen a few
I
episodes.
haven't seen any.
But the ones
Why'd
that
you
I
watch
watched
it
from-
without me? You should have.
Oh,
you should have clued
just
me
to
in.
see. I wasn't sure if you were interested because I liked it a lot.
I would watch it.
It's a lot of fun.
He's kind of an artist, kind of a guy.
It's a lot more easy
I
for
like
me to.
Gendy a lot. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Gendy.
Old
Mr.
Bendy Candy, am I
Tarkovsky.
right?
How do you feel about his work, Chris? Have you seen all of it? Did you see like Star Wars and stuff like that?
Yeah, I love. Well, I saw that as a kid, and I haven't really gone back and looked at it, but I remember loving it as a kid. But Dexter was one of my favorite cartoons growing up.
Yeah, it was
Dexter's
one of my
great.
favorites.
I personally feel like he's at his best when he's writing comedy.
I love Hotel Transylvania 1. What else has he done? Powerpuff Girls. Was he involved in that?
He was. I don't think he was like a huge part of it, but you can kind of see the influence.
I missed Samurai Jack growing up. I never really cared for it. And then when I grew up, I was like, oh, watch it. I watched the newer one and not the older one, which was kind of dumb.
I mean, you're probably going to get more out of the newer one than the old one, because the old one is written for kids.
Exactly.
It's very simple.
Let's see what else he's done.
Not that I mind it. There's still, like, for me anyway, visuals go a really long way.
We were talking about it. I really like Dexter's Ego Trip.
Ego Trip is a lot of fun.
Was really good.
It's a great.
I was so excited as a kid when it was premiering.
It's a great conclusion to the series. It doesn't feel like. It doesn't feel like it's straying too far away. Get the fucking thing. It doesn't feel like it's straying too far away from like the characters and their core dynamic.
Yeah.
I remember Ego Trip was actually kind of hard to find for a little while, like anywhere online.
Yeah.
Because I had only seen it when I was a kid. I was happy to find out that I guess there was like a tape release of it. There are ways to watch it still. I liked it a lot when it premiered. But it's kind of weird thinking back to that because, Julian, you and I watched it. There were a few pieces of like Cartoon Network media like that where you wouldn't expect it, that it kind of goes missing. Some of the old episodes of Robot Jones you can't really find anymore where he had his original voice.
Yeah, it's a real shame because that's what makes them work.
There was something called Brack Presents the Brack Show starring Brack, which was like a big musical extravaganza. They did 2 episodes of it and never aired them again.
Wow.
And those are kind of hard to find. I swear I'm not crazy. I remember they had a contest way back where you could win a chance to be a cartoon, and they made a cartoon about some little girl.
Wow.
That aired like one time.
Do you think it wasn't very good and that's why they were trying to hide it?
Probably. I remember it just being her fighting over like the name of what her show was going to be or something. It was like only a minute long.
I bought the Brack Show as a teenager, and I watched 2 episodes and was like, okay, I get it.
Well, I assume you're talking about the Adult Swim show.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, it was a different thing. The other one was seriously formatted like a big live, like musical event.
Like a
Weird.
like a
They had-
variety show.
Yeah, and they had celebrities on.
Did you still have the stupid sound like that?
I assume.
that is Brack.
I mean, that's not how he sounded in the original cartoon he's from, is it?
No.
Right.
They gave him his backstory. Remember, he flew through.
Oh yeah, on Cartoon Planet.
What was it? He flew through like a solar system or something, and it made him stupid. So that's why he's like that now.
That's pretty funny. Is it something I'd appreciate more now?
Probably not because it's really. I don't know. Maybe because
If
that's.
you find Brack annoying, you're not going to appreciate Brack.
Okay.
I would say that, but I mean the whole thrust of Cartoon Planet and the early even later Brack show is just like, okay, it's really stupid and like
Yeah.
they do the hoodly hoo.
Oh, you know something? The first episode I was like, that was okay, and then literally the second episode was he's sitting at the table with his dad, and they're like, let's just sit here in silence for a minute, and they literally sit there in silence.
That's a very early Adult Swim joke.
And I was like, ha ha, and I turned it off, and that's what made me never watch it again.
I like his dad. I
That's
think his
why I
dad's
never
funny.
gave 12 Ounce Mouse a chance. I kept having friends that would tell me like, no, it's really, really good if you stick with it. And just those first few episodes were so like unfunny that I couldn't do it.
Also, the art's really unappealing.
I'd be okay with the art of 12 Ounce Mouse if it was funny. I'll have to give it another shot someday because people keep insisting that
You like Squidbillies?
Yeah, but Squidbillies has jokes.
Oh,
It's not just-
I'm not saying that like accusatory. I'm just saying like I know it's a show you enjoy.
Oh, yes,
accusing you of enjoying it.
I do like Squidbillies. No,
Yeah,
I thought
I like Squidbillies. What of it?
that's not what I meant. It was like it sounded like you were saying like, oh well, you like Squidbillies,
Oh,
and
no,
that's the
just
same
because you were
thing.
saying like the rough art style. Squidbillies has a really rough art style.
Yeah.
And manages to be entertaining.
I've tried getting into Squidbillies, I just can't do it.
Yeah, I think it really depends on episodes because I remember some episodes are just kind of a slog, but some can be pretty funny. I remember it kind of being up and down with it.
I mean, I get that you wouldn't be into a lot of Adult Swim stuff in general because that's how it seems like that's how most people are.
It's true. And it's also kind of like shifted direction anyhow,
Yes.
what Adult Swim is. It
Oh
was-
well, absolutely. But I mean, like the stuff that I like I always one of my favorite Adult Swim is Lucy, Daughter of the Devil, and I think like that may be like the least liked show out of all their stuff.
I liked it. I remember being happy every time the pilot was.
It's nice that we
airing
can connect
again.
on it.
I liked it a lot on Adult Swim. It was the thing I always had on in the back while I was working, like during high school. I guess I should say middle school too. I know they warned at the beginning, don't watch it if you're young, but I did. I think everybody misbehaved. You got to watch that raunchy show.
I
Home
probably
Movies.
would have been too scared. I probably
love
would have
home
felt
movies.
like I was doing something wrong.
Home Movies was one of my favorite cartoons ever growing
Home
up.
Movies is really, really, really good.
It's
I
really
love
good,
that
yes.
show.
I agree.
Brendan Small, you consistently are a part of good things
Yeah.
and make good things. Please keep making good things. Thank you.
I remember when I was a teenager, I looked at a video of Brendan Spall teaching you how to play guitar on YouTube, and it really pissed me off. Because
What's
in the
that?
video, he's like, he says something, he's being funny, but at the time I didn't get it. In the video, he's like, stop being a fucking idiot and just listen for a second. I was like, wow, he's
I'm
a real piece of
You
shit.
can tell he gets frustrated by people who play guitar really sloppy.
I mean,
It's
that's
a
half
thing
of what.
he's made comments about in like everything he's been attached to.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
Ruiz does it. It's their Metalocalypse repeatedly. It's a thing that he focuses on. He is really, really, really good though. He's insanely good. And
Still
did
not
you ever
time.
see that Metalocalypse? They had Squizgar teaching you how to play guitar.
No.
I think that was a DVD extra or something.
No, is it good?
It's fun. He gets to play the character while actually teaching you how to do some stuff, which is neat. I love Metalocalypse, and we
Me too.
rewatched
It's
it.
one of
it holds
my-
up. It's still really
one
good.
of-
It's really
better
fun.
than I remembered, because when I was a teenager, I just took it as like, oh, look at the cool violence. Wow, fun.
Yeah.
And as an adult, you get to be like, oh no, I understand like the social implications. I understand what it's trying to say.
Yeah, it's a really great show. Yeah, I love that show. I just never finished it. I think I saw season 1 and most of season 2.
It's also a show that was spread out a lot. I remember.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot
'cause
of time between the seasons.
like Venture Brothers, it was one of those things where you'd go like fucking 5 years between seasons.
The episodes originally were not full length. They were 11 minutes, right?
Yeah, and then they got expanded to a half hour, which is
Yeah.
cool. I miss half-hour shows. Nobody makes them anymore.
We have some tapes that we actually got recently. Very generously too, by the way. It was like $1 or $2 per tape, but it's just like 6-hour recordings of TV broadcasts from like, one of them's from 97, one of them's from 2000. I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, shows have credits. They would have a credit sequence that they made. They would have an intro. They'd have a theme song. I kind of forgot about all that because television sort of changed
It's
structure.
very streamlined for the purposes of more commercials.
You have to keep
now.
things moving. Yeah, you can't really.
We were
dwell
having
eat
that
up
other
time on that.
conversation about like how SpongeBob was like unbearable for a while because the pace was so sped up that like characters were talking over each other. It made it
The
like
newer
really.
episodes.
It made it really disorienting. I felt like it was like I have a fever or something. Do you know what I mean? That like time is distorting.
I don't really remember many of the new episodes, but what would you say is the fastest pace you've ever witnessed for like a kid's show?
Something like that. I don't see it as much anymore. Chris says that it's still a thing, but I don't watch TV, so.
What would you say is the slowest pace you remember from a kid's show, like growing up?
From a kid's show, huh?
Let me think.
That anytime it was on, you're like, ah, man, because it would just be too slow or too
I
uninteresting.
tried. Oh my god, the worst show I ever saw growing up was Fat Dog Mendoza.
Why does that ring a bell?
That show sucks.
I don't know
it. I didn't like Robot Jones growing up. It pissed me off.
It made you
Now
mad.
Teacher's Pet. I fucking hated Teacher's Pet.
I mean, that one makes sense
Yeah,
to me at
I
least.
can get that one.
You know what's?
I guess that's why the movie is such a weird case.
Yeah, people don't expect it to be as weird as it is. Why can I not get
Because
over
the show
it?
is just kind of educational for the most part.
Have you guys ever watched TV as a kid and just actually noticed that it seemed like way faster and slower than it should?
Like what?
Like,
Yeah, give an example.
I remember one time I was watching Recess and the opening was going dun dun.
I've had moments like that,
Dun,
not
dun. I was
related to TV, but just like hearing songs. Sometimes I'll feel like the pace suddenly is off, and then you realize, like, no, it sounds the same.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like oddly tricking yourself into hearing it slightly faster.
I have
or slower.
noticed that about TV.
But
It's been a really long time since I've noticed it because I haven't had TV since I left home.
I have a theory that they might actually speed up or slow down footage sometimes.
I'm pretty
by-
sure
by
they
like
do.
a few percentages
Yes.
just to like make ads fit better.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
They might do that, yeah. Usually, what they would end up doing, because I'm a nerd
There
about
we
this.
go.
Of course, I've researched this.
Oh, you mean you oughta?
Well, just like how commercials, like how all of that functions. That's why you would see during commercial breaks that a commercial starts, you'll have somebody go, ah, and then it cuts off.
Yeah.
If it's not properly maintaining schedule, if things aren't really adding up in terms of like where a show needs to start, that's why during ad breaks they can do that. They can just chop one short if they really have to. They will do things during broadcasts to just make it all work and fit into schedule.
I haven't watched TV in like 5 years.
So I could see them doing something like
Oh
that.
no, he's back.
The Slurper.
Yeah.
But I never witnessed that, I don't think, with like a TV show
I feel like I
slowing down
noticed
an
it
intro.
like I feel like I noticed it like 10 times growing up.
I've noticed it on the
I wish I
radio, which would drive me insane.
I wish I could think
because
back
it's a
to
radio station. You don't want them messing that up.
I wish I could think back to specific examples because I do know what Chris is talking
I really
about.
specifically remember the recess one because in the moment I was like looking around. I'm like, am I in slow motion? What's happening? And I was like moving my hands and shit.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what is happening?
You're screaming. You're running on the floor.
No, it was just really weird. By the way, I love Recess too.
What would you do,
Yeah,
Chris?
we were watching some Recess again. It actually holds up. It's really entertaining.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah. YouTube was suggesting episodes.
Yeah, like
a lot.
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It was fun to go back to. What would you say is the most evil color, Chris?
I always thought of green.
Dark gray.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Green's pretty good.
For
We
evil?
watched Sleeping Beauty a while back, and I forgot how much I love the colors in that movie.
I love the visuals in that movie.
It
Like,
may not be
everything's-
the most interesting, like story-wise at all, but it's very, very, very stylized.
It's very pretty,
great
yeah.
to look at.
Yeah.
I like the evil lair being lit up with green fire everywhere.
I like Maleficent's face being lit up with green everywhere. I like Maleficent's hands being lit up with green everywhere.
I like when Maleficent takes off her clothes and comes over to me and what?
And she turns her ass into a dragon's asshole. It feels really
It says, Chris O'Neill, please take me.
I miss killing Maleficent as a little boy called Sora.
Maybe one day you can stick your key back in her hole.
Okay. Did that even go anywhere in Kingdom Hearts 3? I bet it didn't.
Probably not.
No, probably not. I don't know.
I didn't beat it.
Hey,
We-
Tetsuya Nomura, you're actually sucking so hard lately, it pisses me off.
We did try Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts
we
3.
did try
and
Kingdom
it
Hearts
was
3.
Fucking garbage.
It was
It's-
incredibly boring, and we just shut it off
it started,
eventually.
I thought the first world was pretty fun with Hercules, and then after that is oh my god.
The Hercules one, the only thing that really made that interesting to me was the first time ever seeing other characters
that they had
exist in that
NPCs
world.
that they
Yeah.
designed.
Because
Yeah.
usually Kingdom Hearts worlds, it's supposed to be like, oh, you're here in this movie. By the way, everyone's mysteriously vanished, and there's only 2 characters here.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, it just wasn't that interesting. We were playing it on the hardest too, and the combat was nothing.
I really hated the Toy Story world because it brings you
'cause
to a
you-
Toy Store that's not in the like they could have done
Yeah,
Al's
they
Toy
made up.
Barn.
That's exactly. I choked because I was so excited to say it. It's exactly what Ding Dong and I were always saying, that it should be like the Clayton fight that Al,
Yeah,
Al is
exactly.
riding around on a huge Heartless or
It's
something.
so in character for him. It'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
That would have rocked.
It would have been so much fun.
It was so generic and shit. God damn it. Fuck you, Tetsuya, you little shit. Sorry, that's mean.